Hi everyone. I am going to do my currently inked today and I'm excited about it. Here is my weekly so far. Let me turn this camera a bit. And let's get started. I'm going to do it in the daily pages that are so far unused. And maybe I'll do it on this page since there's a little bit of ghosting there. We'll do it like that. Okay, so I still have a lot of pens inked up. Let me see here. I think I have my currently inked written back here somewhere. Yes. Wow, that was a long time ago because I haven't had these. That one was uninked. Yeah, this didn't stay accurate for very long. I wanted to talk about my favorite combinations, but this didn't even stay accurate for very long at all. So I guess we won't do that. I'll tell you some of my favorites as I'm doing it because like I said, I do have a lot of carryovers from last month because I inked up a lot of things toward the middle of the month and then toward the end of the month. And obviously there's no way that I was gonna go through all of those that quickly. Plus I have like, I want to say 22 pens inked right now, maybe 20. A couple of them are almost out, but yeah. So I hope you don't mind that it's going to be probably quite similar to last month and to the updates I've done so far. This is the Mao A1. And it is in the white gold, obviously, and it is inked with Pilot cartridge, Pilot Black. But this is a very dry pen, I've noticed. Sorry, I'm going to move this camera one more time, just warning you. This is a dry pen. I think there's something up with the nib or feed. So I actually had to add a little tiny bit of white lightning to the Pilot cartridge, which is crazy. But I did. Oops. And now it's flowing perfectly. So definitely know it's the pen and not the ink, but I'm using this a lot for work. So it's been working well and I still really, really love it. Still want the black and gold one too. Anyways, the first one is one that you haven't seen and it is a red and I really wanted a bright red for the 4th of July firework kind of feel. So I feel like I'm not comfortable writing with this. I'm trying to like find a spot where I'm going to be comfortable bending over and writing. Okay. So this one is a really juicy combo. It is Diamine, spiced apple, but I wanted it to be even brighter of a red. So I added Ferris Wheel Press Royal Rhubarb, which is not like strictly a bright red. It's kind of like an off red. But I think these two together are so beautiful. And it is in the Twisp Diamond 580. And it's a medium nib. And it's a really juicy combo. I like it a lot. And you can already see all of that shimmer. Just so pretty. So that's a great red for me. Then I had made an orange mix, but it was still kind of too dark for me. I wanted like a lighter, brighter orange. So I ended up emptying out the cartridge and instead refilling it with Diamine Bucks Fizz. Let me zoom in a little bit more. From the 2023 ink vent. And because I didn't clean out the pen, I just left, you know, whatever was still kind of coating the barrel and then added the Bucks Fizz to it. It's a little bit darker than Bucks Fizz would be on its own, but I really love the shade of orange like it is. It's flowing really well in this pen, which is a Jinhao 100 with an extra fine nib. And that's pretty much exactly the color orange that I wanted to have, that I was going for. So you can see that shimmer. My goodness, pretty. Then I Franken Pen 2 of my Jinhao 82s. This is like a transparent sparkly yellow, obviously, and this is one of the original colors, which is just a regular opaque kind of baby yellow color. And in this one, I put Teranishi Guitar, Nostalgic Honey. That's what it's called, right? I'm just kind of having a brain moment. And this just has a Jinhao 82 extra fine nib on it. And it's writing really beautifully. I love this color of yellow that's just like a little bit deeper and slightly toward the mustard yellow side of things. Okay, this was one of the ones that was one of my favorite combos last month, and I still have a good amount in there. I don't know how because I've been writing with it a lot, but I'm just gonna say it's because of the extra fine nib. Not a lot comes out at a time, but this has been such an amazing combination, and I love the color. It's so happy. I've been able to share it with a couple people and both of them love it as well. So that makes me happy. It's just a happy color. And this is a Jinhao 82 with another extra fine Jinhao nib on it. For a long time, I was not liking the Jinhao 82 nibs anymore. I just compared to like the Pilot nibs and the other things that I had tried, like they weren't smooth to me anymore and I didn't like them, but I do have a couple extra fines that I do really love. This is another carryover from last month. It has just a little bit left, and when this is done, I'm not going to re-ink it, even though I really like this color, but I can't keep like re-inking the same pens. I need to like try other things, but this color is so pretty. And I don't think I've ever had another ink color quite like this before. So this is Ferris Wheel Press, Grand Central Skies, plus like 2 drops of key lime pie, just to brighten it up a little bit. And this is the Jinhao 82. And this one has a medium goulet nib on it. And yeah, I'm really still enjoying that combo as well. This one is one of my birthday ink samples that I got. And it is like, it was having a little struggle at the beginning because of the shimmer. You can see the shimmer there all in the feed, but now it seems to be flowing really well, which I've noticed can be the case with the Pilotkakunos. Like they can struggle a little bit at the very beginning, but then once the ink like fully makes it through, and even if there's shimmer in the feed, like they still write really well. And I just love them for that. They're so good for shimmer inks. But it's Van Diemen's Parrotfish. And this has like a baby pink kind of shimmer to it, which makes it really beautiful. When like the light catches the shimmer, it kind of turns it into a purpley looking. It's just really pretty. You can't really see it on camera, but I'm enjoying that one a lot. Next is my Zodiac Pen Company in the Virgo model, and this is the red abalone blank material. And this has a combo of Pilot Iroshizuku Sioro plus Van Diemen's Parrotfish. I don't know how I happened to come across this combo. I just I think I had the parrotfish in here originally, and then I added something else to it and I didn't like it, and I just kept like messing around with it, and I ended up doing Ciaro and parrotfish, and I really like that combo. It's really pretty with the shimmer. So Zodiac Penco Virgo model. This one has a fine nib, which I'm loving so much, and it's red abalone. And it's really wet and writing so beautifully. And you can see that pretty shimmer in there. I'm enjoying that so much. Next, this was another favorite since I inked it up on my birthday, which was the 14th. So I've had it inked up now for 2 weeks. And it is Van Diemen's, Azure, Kingfisher, and this is the Benu Talisman with a fine nib, and the material of this one is peacock ore. And oh my gosh, this is fast becoming one of my top favorite pens. Just the way that it writes, the nib is so nice, and it's really comfortable to hold. Oh my gosh, I can see myself getting really wrapped up in buying Benus, especially the Talisman. Like, I really like the size of this body and just the way that it feels. Next, we have my other birthday pen, which is so beautiful. I still am just like so enamored of this. This is the Zodiac Pen Company in the Gemini model, and I'm just moving it around to agitate the shimmer. I had inked this up with a different combo the last time you saw it, and now it has this more blurple color. In person, it's actually lighter than it is on camera, and I don't remember what was in this other than I know that there was a good amount of Dominant Industry Sunset. So I'm going to put blurple mix. But yeah, I don't really remember what was in here other than that, so I'm sad because I did not mix it in a vial. I mixed it in the actual converter, so I will never have this color again probably. But I will enjoy it while I have it. So this is the Zodiac Penco in Gemini. And it also has a fine nib, which I also love. And this is the regular abalone. So let's see, how much do I have left in here? Oh yeah, I still have like a full converter, so that's good. So pretty, such a pretty little mixture there. And I've had a hard time with Dominant Industries Sunset. I have not been able to use it successfully on its own to where I liked it and felt like it was like legible enough and flowed really well. I should try it in different pens now that I have like several different new pens. It might work better. Like, it might work really well in that Talisman. It would probably work well on its own in the Zodiac Pen Company ones. So yeah, I'll give it another try, but I really like it in this mixture. This was another favorite from last month, and I still have just about that much left. So I'm getting down. I'm using it up. I don't have any desire to unink it. I'm still having a good time with this one. It is a great combo, very well flowing, and it is the Diamine Rainbows end in the Twisp Diamond 580 white rose gold with a medium nib. Very, very good. Look at that rainbow. So pretty. I love it so much. This is a brand new one. I had a Ferris Wheel Press Beaver Dam Brown in here, but I've just really been gravitating towards the bright colors. and I wanted a bright pink, and I was just kind of bored of that color, so I uninked it and I put in here Diamine Sweet Dreams. I had something else in here, now I can't remember what it was. Let's see if I can find it. I know I wrote it somewhere else. Not in there. Let's see about in here. Oh, and Sailor Yozakura. Wow, I never would have remembered that. Because I don't really like Sweet Dreams by itself. I don't know why. I just don't like the tone of pink by itself. But so I always try to mix it with something else. I do really like this one though. So this is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim with a medium fine 14 karat gold nib. And oops. It is pretty wet and I like that. I like that a lot. So that's that one. I still barely have any ink left in this Asvine. I'm kind of debating whether or not I should re-ink it with the same ink, which is Ferris Wheel Press Sugar and Spite. I really like this color, but I'm wondering, my internal battle is like, do I just un-ink it or clean it out, you know, now that it's almost gone, and just like use up the other ones, because Lord knows, like, I don't write enough to have 22 pens inked. But then I'm like, but then I won't have this color, and I really like this color. It's like, I don't know, for me, it's more about like having that color inked so that it's available to me, rather than like, I would like that more than just like focusing on using all the other pens. I don't know. Does anybody else think like that? It's like I have FOMO that if I don't have this color or a color like this inked, then I'm just going to be wanting to use it and missing it, and like it not being available to me. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. But anyways, that one is definitely almost dry, but it's such a pretty color and I'm loving it so much. I don't think I quite have any other pink like this, although I do have a lot of similar pinks. So I'm torn on whether or not I'll get a bottle of that. I'll probably just get another sample and then see if I go through that, and then maybe I'll think about buying a bottle. But with Ferris Wheel Press, I always get nervous too about them going out of stock. Anyways, the next one is this Pilotkakuno in the Pink Girl. Excuse me. And this one has another mix in it, and it's a mix of Yamabudo plus Robert Oster Plum Nut plus Wearingool Daddy Long Legs. This is a really wet mixture, and I'm really enjoying it in this pen. Because for the Pilot Fine Nib, like, I was a little bit nervous that it wouldn't do well with the shimmer, but it's done perfectly. And again, this one felt like a little bit drier at first, but once it really got flowing, like after being inked for like a couple days, it's been so pleasant and wet to write with. I just love the Kakunos. As we all know, I talk about it all the time. But I wonder if you can see some of the shimmer in there. Let me move over to this page. This was another huge favorite of mine last month, and it still has a little bit of ink left. This one, I will struggle not to re-ink this because it is such a great combination. There's only that much left. And this is the Sailor Le Cool in the Pearl, which I just think is such a pretty pen. I think I love everything iridescent. It's just so, so pretty. And it has Diatramentis, Alexander Hamilton, which when you write with it like this, it looks black. It's such a saturated dark purple. But it's definitely purple. Sailor Cool. And this is, oops, a medium fine, but it's a steel nib, and it's the pearl. And yeah, oh my gosh, such a great combination. I was writing with this so much for the month of June. All right, I still have this one inked up. This is my Birmingham Pen Company combo. Now, from here on out, the rest of them are more muted combinations. And like I said, I've really been drawn to like the bright colors. So I haven't used like this next half of my pen case as much. But at the same time, it's such a beautiful color, and I have so many great colors inked that I don't want to unink them. I just want to have them. Like I said, like I just want to know that they're inked, and I want to know that they're there in case I want to use them, but I haven't been reaching for them. So I don't know. I really want to use them until they're used up. So we'll see what happens. But this is the Birmingham Pen Company Sandstone plus Airline. And it flows really well. It's just a really pretty, like, green, gray, muted green color that I don't have anything else like that. And I'm just really liking it, but I don't reach for it right now, unfortunately. So maybe as some of these other pens run out of ink, I should just not re-ink them and just focus on using all of these. But then I'm like, oh, once fall rolls around, I'll be all over these colors. But I don't really want to leave them inked for like 4 months. You know what I mean? I don't know. Do you guys leave your pens inked that long? I think they would be okay in there for sure. Like, I don't think this Kakuno will ever dry out. This Twisp definitely won't dry out. I could leave this inked for probably like more than a year and it wouldn't dry out. Anyways, this is a combo of Urban, Vert Empire, and Diamine Salamander. Sorry, there's kids yelling outside in case you can hear that. And then I also added a little bit of Dominant Industries Autumn Forest to try and make it like even more exciting for myself because it's a shimmer ink, and I thought maybe that'll make me like reach for this more. But I think I'm just like into the bright summer colors and nothing is going to change my mind. But this is a Smoke Rose Gold. And it's a really wet combo. No complaints. Like, it's really good. Yeah, I love it. These two are kind of similar, but they're different enough for me to feel like I want them both inked. This one is the Ferris Wheel Press Knitted Nettle. I'm trying to see how much is left. Okay, yeah. So there's only like this much left in there. And I used this all last week in my weekly section. It does look quite dark, especially coming out of this pen. But when you write with it for a longer amount of time, like if I was going to write a whole journal page, you can start to see like the lighter green color. And it's just such a beautiful ink. I'm definitely going to buy another sample of this. I was gifted a sample of this in a trade with Nicole, and I'm so thankful she sent it to me, but I think I will get another sample, and if I go through that and I still love it, then I think I will buy a bottle of this one. And this is the Jinhao 100 with a fine nib. Really, really good combo. Look at how pretty that teal is. Let me see. See all that shimmer too. This pen handles the shimmer so well, and it really like distributes it well through the writing as well. All right, this one is the Twisp Eco Cafe Bronze, and it still has the same combination of Robert Oster, Toffee, plus Van Diemen's, sorry about my throat, so annoying, Queenstown Gold Mine. And I did add a teeny tiny bit of White Lightning because it did feel quite dry coming out of this nib. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the shimmer or if it was just like a combo of just inks that were not like overly wet. But adding the White Lightning helped a ton. And I'm enjoying writing with it a lot more now. Otherwise, if that didn't help, I was going to just unink it because I just wasn't enjoying like the feeling of it when I was writing. So Twisp Eco Cafe Bronze. See, even there, it's like not as wet, but really pretty, like peanut butter color, I call it, with that gold shimmer. Yeah, it's pretty, and it's a really good match too. Okay, this next one was another favorite. How many favorites have I had so far? This is the Hongdian 1862 inked with the Teranishi Opera Rose. And this is my second filling of it. I had it inked up, I think it was like late May or maybe just right at the beginning of June. But I ran out and then I re-inked it and I'm almost out again. So that tells you how much I have used this. And like when this runs out, I feel like I don't know what I'll do because I really don't want to be without this color. I really, really like this color. It's so pretty. It's like a muted terracotta almost with a little bit more pink leaning. It's just such a gorgeous color. And it flows so well, and this nib in this pen is so good. It's just very comfortable to write with. It's a snap cap, so it's easy access. And it's a fine nib, and this is the Cocoa Coffee color of the pen. Yeah. Oh, gosh, I keep contaminating these. Just such a pretty, pretty, pretty ink. I love it so much. I think I definitely need to buy a bottle of that. And I think I might also get a bottle of the Nostalgic Honey too, because that's such a pretty yellow. Two more, guys. This one I inked up recently, probably like a week ago. I've been wanting to use the Masquerade from the ink vent, and I actually really wanted to buy a bottle of it. And then I was like, you know what? I better use up my, this size bottle that I got with the ink vent. Like, why would I need to buy a huge bottle when I still have some of that? It's a gorgeous color. Oh my gosh, I love it. It's a pinky brown, a pinky nude, and it has this gold shimmer. It's so pretty. I think I had added some White Lightning to the bottle like when I first got it. I don't know why. But in this extra fine Twisp Diamond, it works very well. It has had no issues with the shimmer or the flow in this extra fine. And that could be because I'm pretty sure I added White Lightning, because when I shake the bottle now to get the shimmer all mixed up, it creates a lot of those soapy bubbles that you get when you add White Lightning. So I'm pretty sure I did, even though I can't quite remember. Anyways, I'm like yapping a lot today. Diamine Masquerade. It's just such a wet writer. Oh, I love this pen, and I love this ink, and I love this combination. Twisp Diamond 580. Smoke Rose Gold in extra fine. Such a pretty brown pink, pinky nude. This would be like my ideal eyeshadow shade. Okay, last one. This was a gift that I just received this weekend, and I was, again, just so blown away, not expecting it. Totally came as a surprise. This is a Sailor Pro Gear Slim Mini in white gold, and Sherry sent this. Sherry Rose Plans on YouTube. I'll link her channel below. She is new to fountain pens, and we've just been chatting a lot. She's a sister in Christ, and she said that she got this and a couple of the other minis and she just wasn't as drawn to this color, and so she wanted me to have it, and I was just like blown away, just so thankful. I just can't, I would never have expected that, could not believe it, and just so thankful. So this is my first Sailor Pro Gear mini, and so compared to the regular Pro Gear Slim, like when it has its cap posted, it's about the same size. So it's like such a cute size. She knows obviously that I love white and gold pens. And I had first inked it with Taranishi Emotional Olive, which she sent with the pen. But it was like a little bit too desaturated for me. And I wanted to have my first experience with the pen, like writing with it often, to be like one that I really loved. Not that I don't like that ink. I just think it would be better in a broader nib because of how light the ink is. Just for my personal preference. Anyway, so I put in here Birmingham Pen Company Sandstone, which I have been wanting to try on its own for a while. It is in this mix here, but I've really been wanting to try it. And I've also been kind of wanting to have this kind of light brown color in my lineup. So Birmingham Pen Company Sandstone, and this is the Sailor Pro Gear Slim, mini, and it's a medium fine 14 karat gold nib, and you can see the ink is pretty average flow, not wet or not dry by any means, but not like super wet either, but it feels really good when I'm writing, and I really do actually enjoy this color. This is one that Priscilla sent me, and gosh, I'm like, I kind of want a bottle of that. Yeah, so it's really pretty. So thank you so much, Sherry, for this again. I'm just still flabbergasted and just so thankful at the generosity that you have shown me and everybody else in the pen community. Like, it's just insane. You guys are all so amazing. And yeah, so let's look at the whole lineup. So I think probably most of these are shimmer inks. So let's kind of go close and see the shimmer a little bit. That Bucks Fizz is very sparkly. Really loving the Nostalgic Honey. I think in the extra fine nib, I might switch it out to a medium goulet nib. It's writing well with this, but I think I would like it to feel a little bit wetter, but we'll see. The Monteverde Key Lime Pie is a favorite. There is the shimmer in the Parrotfish. You can barely see it on camera. It's a subtle shimmer in the Parrotfish, and so then that makes this shimmer as well also very subtle. This one is not subtle at all. And you can see kind of around the letters the red sheen too, which makes it so pretty. What else? These both have shimmer. This one, the Sugar and Spite, has that really pretty like hot pink shimmer there. And then this one has, I don't even know what color the shimmer is in this one. Maybe gold. Actually, it seems multicolored in this one, and that's from the Daddy Long Legs. And then we have Alexander Hamilton, which is a standard ink. This is a standard ink. This has Autumn Forest in it, but you can barely see any shimmer. That is also a very subtle shimmer ink. Knitted Nettle, you can definitely see. She is not subtle. She's here to party. The Queenstown Gold Mine is the shimmer in this combo, and that one's really pretty. And then that Masquerade, oh, gorgeous. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm content. There's nothing that I look at here and go, I wish I had that color. So yeah, I'm really enjoying my pens and inks, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought below. What colors do you like or not like, or any suggestions, anything that you're loving particularly in your lineup lately. I'd love to hear it all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for just all being so wonderful, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.